Hello YouTube and welcome to another episode of Let's Learn the Mods. Today we are going to be learning about making automatic farms with golems. There are a couple things to note about golems before getting started. One is the process of making them. You make them through the crucible. If you are unsure how to make items through the crucible, refer back to my previous episode. That'll help you out. I believe it was episode 3. Also the attributes. Attributes help with different tasks, so I'll be explaining them as we go on. Then you need to know how to make the cores. Each core designates a different task. You first need a blank core, which is created on the arcane workbench. To create the actual arcane workbench, which I have not covered, you place a table, right click with your wand, then you get your arcane workbench. Each pattern requires a different amount of V's, so keep that in mind when you're creating an item. Make sure you have the V's required. As you can see, the blank core requires 5 order and 5 fire, and this pattern. And then to designate a task to the core, you then need to use the crucible. As I said before, refer back to episode 3. Okay, so we'll be back in a bit, and I'll explain how to make the actual farms. Okay, so let's get started with a wood farm. To get started with a wood farm, we're going to take a chest. We'll take a wood golem. Wood golem's not required for chopping down trees. We're just using him. Right-click the chest with him. We'll then take the golem core chop, and now he will chop down trees in the vicinity. And we can use the golem core the golem upgrade strength. This will increase the speed he chops down trees. So strength isn't required, it just helps a lot. Alright, so he's set. Now let's get something to actually pick up the items. Let's use, I don't know, a tallow golem. Alright, he can pick up a good amount of items. We'll give him the golem core gather, and we're not going to give him money upgrades. We don't have to. Alright, and then we need something to actually plant the stuff. So let's use a flesh golem. Alright, so take the Golem Bell. This will allow us to designate targets on the ground for him to plant stuff. So right click the golem, then we click on the ground where we want him to plant. If we don't like this, we can just press F and it'll clear it away. Alright, so let's just designate, I don't know, this many spots. There we go. We then give him the golem animation core use. There we go. And then we're going to right click him, use on an empty space, saplings is filtered, and then we'll just toss saplings in there. So he should take that. I'm sorry, it was block. Okay, so there we go. He has now planted the saplings, so let's make it grow. Just need a little something. Yeah, there we go. That'll do it. Alright, so that's grown. And then this guy should come at any time. You're gonna come, right? You're gonna do it, aren't you? Why aren't you doing it? Oh, you are so slow. He is such a slow character, but hey, he's doing the job, so that's fine. Oh, and see, there we go. Okay, as you can see, this guy's having a little trouble with collecting items. So what we could do is, if he can't reach something, we can give him a range upgrade. So let's make sure he's actually able to grab the stuff we want him to grab. Good job, Golem. You're doing great. Okay, so apparently his range is alright. So that's the automatic wood farm. I will be covering the automatic weed, potato, and carrot farm in just a minute. Be right back, guys. Okay, so now let's start with our farm over here. We'll use a straw golem for this. We will then attach the core harvest. That'll allow him to harvest things. Another thing to note is, if you give him the order upgrade, this will allow him to replant the stuff he harvests. Okay? You can go anytime. You're probably too far away, aren't you? Yeah, you're too far away. Okay, so since he's too far away, what we're going to do is we're going to left-click him with our bell. That'll allow us to pick him back up with all his upgrades. We're going to move this. Okay, then we'll put this right here. We'll take him again and place him there. There he goes. Okay, so he's good to go now. Alright, so then we'll take a flesh golem. We will then place him there, and we will give him the ability Gather. And there you go. See, he will now pick up everything that's in the area. So we'll just grow all this and watch the magic. Go on, golems, get to work. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. As you can see, he's a little too close, so keep that in mind when you're doing this. You don't want to have your farms really close by, because some golems actually have a really long range. So just keep that in mind when you're making your farms. This wraps up the portion of the automatic farms. I will be covering more on golems on another video. I just wanted to get the basic farms done. So I'll see you next time.